the City of Lansing versus Castle Sauceda, file number 23-00172. Appearance for the record, counsel.
Matt Staples for the City of Lansing.
Okay, and Mr. Sauceda is representing himself. Is that correct, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, today was the date and the time that was set for a pretrial and operating with a high blood alcohol content. And we adjourned this matter in February to allow you to complete a substance abuse assessment. Have you been able to do that, Mr. Sauceda?
Yes, Your Honor. I forwarded it off to Mr. Staples.
Mr. Staples, is there an offer?
Yes, Your Honor. After having reviewed the statement and spoken with Mr. Sauceda several times, the city has made an offer of an amended charge of operated while impaired by liquor under MCL 257625 sub 3 or OCI 1200.
What's the penalty?
That is a 4-point misdemeanor, Your Honor.
Okay, you need to be advised of the complete penalty.
It would be imprisonment for not more than 90 days, I believe, and a fine of not more than $500 or both. And it also carries 90 days of restrictions on his license, all of which we have discussed previously.
Okay, Mr. Sauceda, have you had an opportunity to consider this offer?
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And did you need time to seek legal counsel about it, or did you want to have time to further think about it, or did you want to accept that offer today?
Oh, I'll accept the offer and plead guilty today.
Okay. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. Okay, you're being offered to plead guilty to an amended count of operating while impaired by liquor. That's a misdemeanor. Maximum penalty for first offense is a 90-day restriction on your license. It's 4 points also, and then 90 days in jail and or $500 in fines. You understand that, sir?
Yes.
And you understand that you would have to give up several rights in order to accept that?
Yes.
Okay, so one of the rights you're gonna have to give up is your right to the presumption of innocence. So you're innocent until proven guilty, and you have the right to have the city bring sufficient evidence to prove each element of the charge being brought against you, and they have to prove each element beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you willing to waive your right to the presumption of innocence and your right to have the city prove each element against you beyond a reasonable doubt at trial in order to accept this offer?
Yes.
So that also means you're gonna have to give up your right to confront or cross-examine any of the witnesses that the prosecution intended to call. You're gonna give up your right to call your own witnesses or present evidence at trial that you believe would further a defense to this charge. You're gonna give up your right to remain silent and not have silence be used against you. You understand that?
Yes.
You're willing to give up all of those rights?
Yes.
Anybody threatening you to get you to want to waive your rights and plead guilty today?
No.
Any promises being made to you in exchange for you entering a guilty plea?
No.
Are you currently on probation or parole?
No.
Are you on bond on any other matter?
No, just this one here.
Okay, you understand that a guilty plea could result in a conviction that you may need to report to your current employer, or you may need to report a conviction on a future job application.
Yes.
You also understand that a guilty plea could have impact on any travel or immigration status you may be seeking.
Yes.
Okay. And you also understand that there will be restrictions as to your driver's license, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Are you entering a guilty plea because you believe you're guilty?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay. Only you know if you're guilty or not. As to the amended charge of operating while impaired by liquor, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or stand mute?
Guilty.
Okay. On or about September 9, 2022, were you operating a motor vehicle at the location of Michigan and Larch?
Yes.
Is that in the city of Lansing?
Yes.
Ingham County, state of Michigan?
Yeah.
Okay. And during that, you were operating on a highway open to the public at that time?
Yes.
Okay. And when you were operating the motor vehicle, were you under the influence of alcohol?
I'd had 5 beers. Yeah.
You had 5 beers prior to
Yeah.
operating the motor vehicle,
Yes.
and that impaired your driving?
No, no, it didn't, but
It did not impair your driving?
no.
Okay. Okay. Well, I cannot accept your plea then. Okay.
Okay.
We'll set this for a trial. No, I'm not having a final plea trial. May 9th at 8:15. Be set for trial May 9th at 8:15 in the morning. I cannot take a plea if you cannot establish the facts on the record to support the plea. So you're saying that you were not impaired by the alcohol, therefore the city needs to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you were impaired, okay?
Okay. Now, since we got to go to trial, I had I was with a group of 14 people, and at least 6 or 7 of them are from Florida. Now, do you guys subpoena them here, or?
That's up to the city. I don't subpoena anybody.
Okay. Who do I talk to about that?
About, you want witnesses? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, if we got to go to trial, yeah.
Yeah, you can subpoena your witnesses.
But the court has to do it though, don't they?
You could, if you need assistance with how to subpoena witnesses, you need to get into the court rules. You decided you wanted to represent yourself for trial or for this case. We don't subpoena witnesses for you, but we can assist you because you're representing yourself and figuring out how to subpoena. Okay.
I just,
And I don't know who the city would call as witnesses. I couldn't speak to that. I don't know that they would call 15 witnesses from out of state for operating while intoxicated, because I don't know if that's relevant. But if you have some witnesses that you think would help further your defense, then you need to get some assistance with that.
I was never intended on going to trial. I thought I was pleading guilty to.
Yeah. Well, you didn't do a good job with entering the plea, and that's probably because you believe you're not guilty. I asked you if you were pleading guilty because you believe you were guilty, and you struggled with that answer. And then, as I was trying to elicit a factual basis, sir, you made it very clear on the record that the alcohol did not impair your driving, but you're pleading to impairment, so you have to establish those elements, and you don't believe it impaired your driving. So, what I'll give you is an opportunity to seek counsel and think about that. But you're scheduled for a trial at this time on the 9th. If you can't enter a, I'm sorry.
Can I enter the guilty plea and tell you that it impaired my driving?
No, you can't lie. You was under oath to tell the truth and the whole truth.
Right, and that's what I did.
Agreed. So now you can't just lie to get a plea in.
Okay.
So if that's your truth, you have the right to have the city have to prove that you were impaired. That's their burden, not yours.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do you have any questions at this time?
No, Your Honor.
Did you want to seek to get court-appointed counsel again at this time? I don't know if your circumstances have changed.
I may have to, I guess, now.
Okay. Ms. Dooley or Ms. Donnelly, are you available to meet with him?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll put you both in a private meeting room. You're in room 1, Ms. Donnelly. I just moved Mr. Sauceda to room 1. Mr. Sauceda, you should go back to a breakout room and you'll see you're in room 1.
Okay.
Thank you.